All right, everyone, we are here with the man himself, Mr. W.E. Preddie, principal of Mapen High School. Sir, we know that you listened
Attentively.
Yeah.
Attentively.
attentively, sir. I just want to get your thoughts on the sermon that was presented by Pastor Everett Brown today.
It is hard for me, when you are going to ask me about what I got from it. I am getting more than most everybody. Number one, I'm listening to every word. And I'm looking at all people taking part in the service and knowing that they were all past students and seeing how well we did with them, how we spoke, how we delivered, how we did, and all that people read the scripture. All that is good to me. When I heard the young man how he preached and how he expressed himself, that's really my part of the sermon. Then I heard him mix my name with some other great names, and I'm frightened at it. I said, man, hell here. But the most thing about it, all he keeps saying to me is, Preddie, there's so much more to be done. You have to get up and go do something. You haven't really done anything yet. All that you said that we have done, I have been here in Maypen for 45 years. I've been in Adventist education for 54 years. Good. I did at other schools before. And every time I listen to a sermon, it tells me, get up, go, there's more to be done. What about the little boy? How do you treat that little boy? Because he's going to become a big man. So when I saw you and I saw the other people, and they're all talking, these are little boys I had at school. These are little boys I would call idiots or fools. I do anything with them and shake them up. You must be at school on time. I shake your soul out of your body. All that is in my head. And then I'm seeing how you are developed. When I saw young Miss Phillips speaking, and I said, here's a girl from Hayes that we took to school. And so what Pastor Brown is saying, he said, but I know it, It's like last week, Mr. Kelly said to me, Mr. Preddie, you didn't choose this job, God chose you and put you in a job. God has given you long life and good health, a clean mind to decide and help people, and the ability to beg. Don't forget Mrs. Preddie, because as we sat there and listened, I'm saying to her, listen, Mrs. Preddie, this is the both of us now, because you will do this, and she takes her money and she buys clothes and buys food and buys it for children. Because we understand we're not working for the Ministry of Education. Neither are we working for the church ministry. We're working for God. He is the one we have to answer to. And the gist of the service was, man, you better do well, that when you see God and you have to answer to God, man, you go answer right. And when you see them walking away, this is what you see. So my sermon has been great good. The music was great. The music was good as a sermon. Get up and stand up. And I just felt the joy of what we used to do when we used to do the ministries on the days. And I said to Mrs. Preddie, I want something. I have two wishes. I have two wishes. Only two wishes I have. And if I get those two, I'll be right back where I came from. One, is I want to take back west. Seriously. And I want to tell you, don't go to help anybody else to make their school great. Stick with me, man. Your greatest. You see, if I'd stayed in America, like he said, now when I did my degrees in America, and I had gotten a job in America, I got a job in Canada, I got a job in Africa. If I had stayed there, I am swearing there's nothing that is happening to me today that could match what is happening to me today. It could be. I would never have made this great contribution. Working at somebody's office, I'd never have made this contribution. This contribution had been made because, like Kelly said, God called you, gave you the job, He gave you health, gave you strength, gave you a clean mind, and He gave you a wife who is working full time with you. And as I think of it, there's nothing about me that is not she. And you know that because you're at school. She is there. And anything they say about Preddie is the same you could say about her. But the sermon was good. And it has only put me in a spot now to get up, go think it over, and clean off your shoes, and put on a new set of tires, rehired, and then come back. Sir, all the best. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. We just heard from Principal Preddie, W.E. Preddie, Winston Everall Preddie, Principal of the Mapen High School. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.